So I'm doing my best to chill out today. There's loads of stories out today, and all of them, in my opinion, are misleading. This one in the Independent. UK drivers reveal why they are not switching to electric vehicles. Now, it can't be because they just don't suit the needs. It can't be because they don't like the way they drive. It can't be because they don't like the way they look. It can't be because there's a load of people on the internet telling them they're stupid if they don't buy an electric vehicle. Because we all know that when people tell you you're stupid and misinformed, it makes you want to rush out and buy the product that they're telling you to buy, doesn't it? Not. Whenever they say think tank in an article, you can guarantee that whatever comes after that is just rubbish. One think tank suggests drivers are holding back from making the shift to electric motoring. This is by Neil Lansfield, Monday 9th of March, in The Independent. Many drivers of petrol and diesel vehicles are significantly misinformed about electric cars, says this writer, who obviously knows all there is to know about electric cars and the people that don't want to buy them. New research indicates this lack of understanding is causing people to hold back from making the shift to electric motoring. According to the Energy and Climate Intelligence Unit, ECIU think tank, which commissioned the report. The ECIU think tank commissioned this report. A YouGov survey of 1,002 non-electric car drivers found that 51% could correctly answer only 2 or fewer out of 10 statements about EVs. Among this ill-informed group, ill-informed they are, they're ill-informed completely. Just 5% expressed a desire for an EV as their next car. Well, to be fair, I think they reckon the real figures about how many people want an EV is 11%. And this is from a poll of 1,002, and 5% didn't give the answers that the Climate Intelligence Unit wanted them to give. Now, I've asked to see the questions. I've asked YouGov, and I've asked the Climate Intelligence Unit, and I've asked Colin Walker. So we'll wait to see what the questions are. I know they won't give me them. They won't tell me them. But anyway, I've asked. A stark contrast to the 63% of those who scored at least 8 out of 10. What isn't made clear in this waffle is that only 5% scored above 8 out of 10. That's only 50 people. They were classed as well-informed. Of them, only 63% expressed a desire. So that's 32 people. And clearly they did not say will buy. So that's 37%, or 18 people won't buy one, won't consider one, didn't express a desire to buy one, and then there's 32 people that are indifferent but never said they're going to buy one. A notable misconception revealed was that 46% of drivers wrongly believed electric vehicles are more prone to catching fire than traditionally fueled cars, despite various studies demonstrating the opposite. There are fires every single day coming out into the open now that are being reported. There's a survey which I've put a link in and I've read out, and they say that they're more likely to catch fire. And do you know what? I believe them, despite various studies demonstrating the opposite. EVs are on average 2.6 years old on the road. The average age of ICE vehicles is 10.1 years, and that's your survey. You're surveying those. Let's wait till the EVs are 10.1 years old. Trust me, it'll look like Beirut out there. You won't be able to drive past without an EV being on fire in somebody's road, the way things are going at the moment. ECIU Head of Transport Colin Walker said a constant stream of misinformation is skewing petrol car drivers' knowledge of EVs. I would have to say that it's the opposite. I would say that there's a constant stream of misinformation about EVs coming out of the Climate Intelligence Unit. It's just a load of guff. The stories yesterday, there was 2 stories yesterday came out about oil prices. One scary, one even scarier. What they neglected to mention is gas prices are going through the roof, and that energy prices are only capped until June. So in July, not only will electric be going up, but also 3 of the top energy suppliers took all their fixed rate energy tariffs off their websites yesterday. So the amount of gloating I've seen about EV drivers, there we go, showing a bloke who was famous for driving a Ferrari and who probably wouldn't be seen dead in an electric vehicle. How to shoot yourself in the foot making a point. Absolutely pathetic. YouGov asked 1,002 drivers of non-electric cars if 10 statements about EVs were true or false, with 51% of respondents giving 2 or fewer correct answers, with 2/3 not knowing that EVs are cheaper to own and run than petrol cars. Well, do you know what? Put me in that 2/3 because I don't know that. In fact, I know exactly the opposite. They are not cheaper than petrol cars to own and run, because when you take into a depreciation, it more than negates any fuel saving. And the fuel saving is only if you can charge for the majority at home, because when you have to charge at public chargers, the costs go through the roof. So the reason they don't know that is because it's not true. You see, that what they should have done the poll on the Climate Intelligence Unit and asked them. Because this is a joke, as usual. It's clear that many are holding back from making the shift to EV. Yes, they don't want one. It doesn't suit their needs. They aren't stupid. They don't believe all this constant bombardment of EV shill news, of EV misinformation. It gets to a point, the boy who cried wolf, you get found out faking figures, pre-registering vehicles, hiding them, trying to buoy up EV prices, EV residuals by, advertising one at £250,000 so that it'll give the rest a bit of a lift up on the old algorithm. You get caught doing that a few times. Nobody believes you. Boy who cried wolf. Except now it's a boy who cried electric vehicle. The latest instability this is today again. The latest instability in the Middle East is once again illustrating how using oil to power our cars leaves the UK's drivers exposed to international markets over which we have no control. While petrol car drivers face paying higher prices at the pump, EV drivers will continue to be able to drive their cars for as little as 2p per mile, if you can charge at home, if you've got a good tariff. And that's the best case scenario. So again, petrol bad, EV good. Petrol bad scenario, worst possible scenario. EV best possible scenario, with the best, most efficient EV quoted and the best tariff. Labour MP Perrin Moon. Labour MP, you know what I think of Labour MPs. Sooner they're out of power, the better. Who chairs the all-party parliamentary group on EVs, said the more misinformed you are, the less likely you are to make the switch to an EV. We need to see robust action from the government, industry and media to dispel the myths of misinformation and to ensure that drivers are equipped with the facts when deciding on their next purchase. A House of Lords committee report in 2024 accused the then Conservative government of failing to demonstrate sufficient urgency in tackling the scale of misinformation about EVs. So that's the Independent. Where's this report come from? 9th of March 2026. Majority of drivers that don't drive EVs score just 2 or less out of 10 for EV knowledge. What are the questions? Let's see the questions. By Colin Walker.